Welcome to PLUSone, the series where I look at the free monthly games on PlayStation Plus and tell you if they're worth the download. After all, the games may be free, but your time is valuable. Have you ever wanted a game that's just Call of Duty Zombies? Well, Killing Floor 2 is right up your alley. Released on the PlayStation 4 in 2016, Killing Floor 2 is a wave-based first-person shooter where you kill Zeds, this universe's version of zombies. However, these aren't just regular old boring zombies. These zombies can scream at you, they turn invisible, they have swords, they'll shoot fireballs, they're fat, or they have drill arms, just to name a few. And once you kill all these Zeds and reach the final wave, you'll fight one of the game's several bosses, each of which requires a different strategy to take down. There are multiple classes, tons of weapons, a full experience system with perks, co-op. This game has a lot of content. In between waves of enemies, you can even go to this pod and buy new weapons, get some more ammo, or add armor to your character. Like any horde game, the enemies can easily overwhelm you if you're not careful and take a big chunk out of that armor and your health. You do at least have a syringe to regen some of your health if you're low, and it's infinite with a small cooldown period in between uses. On the higher difficulties, I'm sure you need to manage your health more than I did, but on normal, you can just go in guns blazing and have a blast. And perhaps most importantly, the mechanics are all crisp. I never had any issues aiming, and anytime I took a hit, it was my fault, not the game's. Again, not that taking a hit really mattered here, but still. Just upon first glance, I can see how much content this game has. However, like all of the PS Plus games I've covered, I only played the game for about an hour. To give you a bit of a better idea of what to expect when playing the game long term, I'm going to pass things over to my buddy Moriarty from Cry More Gaming.
Killing Floor 2 is designed for multiplayer, and while that may seem obvious, it's important to recognize that this is not a single-player game. Beyond the fact that it would be pretty dull fighting against waves of zombies without any of the adrenaline-fed actions inherent in a co-op fight to survive, there's the added fact that on the highest difficulty levels, you simply cannot output the level of damage required to kill the bosses without 3, 5, or the full 6-man squads laying down the hurt. If you can find a few people to play with regularly, Killing Floor 2 shines like few other games. This developer may be new to console players, but they have a decade-long history of continuous development and improvement that even few AAA teams can match. You can expect month-long in-game events, unique missions and skins, and a continuous stream of new maps and weapons. Plus, these guys developed a new gore engine, making it one of the bloodiest games ever made, if you're into that. That doesn't help you if you don't like wave or horde mode, and the lack of goal other than sheer survival can make the gameplay feel repetitive, but it's an incredibly well done indie game with few comparables, and it looks gorgeous.
As far as the presentation goes, the game looks really solid. I never had any frame drops or anything, and it's flashy as all hell, which is always a plus. The soundtrack is a solid mix of original pieces and some licensed metal music, and it fits the vibe of the game very, very well. From what I heard, the voice acting is really well delivered, and those quirky lines that each of the characters say really fits the vibe of the game just as well as the visuals or the soundtrack. Honestly, and I mean this in the best way possible, this game is exactly what you'd expect if you were to buy Call of Duty Zombies as its own game, except on crack. And it is a full game too, priced at $40 with dozens of trophies to collect. If you want a game to last you a long while, Killing Floor 2 is absolutely for you. This is a definite +1, and it's one of the best games I've seen on PS Plus since I started this series. With friends, it'll be an absolute blast, and even alone, it's far more fun than I expected. Even at full price, this game is totally worth it. I've never been big into horde modes or wave-based survival, and this game clicked with me, so it should absolutely be worth it for pretty much anybody looking for an easy game to just turn your brain off to and have a ton of fun. Special thanks to Moriarty for joining in on this +1. If you like what he had to say, make sure you check his channel out too. Cry More Gaming is home to short water cooler reviews very similar to this one here, and who knows, you may even see me over there from time to time. You will, I'm on that channel quite frequently.